Hello everyone, welcome to the vlog. You might notice that there's something a bit different today. Trying out some new things. Mostly what inspired this new video quality. Not sure how well this is going to look. We'll find out as soon as we're done here. But essentially, I noticed that my sister got back into doing videos again recently, and the first thing she noted is that the fact that she was actually using her iPhone, so I decided I'll try using my Android here and see how things look. I can already kind of see some grains, so I'm not entirely sure how much better, if anything, is better on this. We'll have to wait and see. We'll also have to wait and see how good the microphone is, for all I know it's rubbish, and you can't hear a single thing I'm saying. Progress. Anyway, since I've been gone, I went to a con. It's called Odyssey Con. It's in Madison, Wisconsin. It was the same time as a much bigger con, but Odyssey's been the one that we've been going to since, oh gosh, I want to say 2010, 2011, something like that. For about the last 5 or so years, both myself and Erin for sure have always gone. In the last couple of years or so, Randy, her boyfriend, has also picked up joining us to go out and venture off to Odyssey Con. I usually kind of dress up at least a little bit for the event, and we usually have at least 2 different panels that we have running during the weekend at some given point. This year we actually managed to get 3 going. We had our usual MMO panel, which happens every year. We had my Tokusatsu panel, which happens every once in a while, and I've gotten some actually good pointers on it, so there might be some interesting tweaks next time I do it. And for the first time ever outside of GeekCon, we actually got to do It Came From the Internet. Sadly, it was put at like the worst time of the weekend, so not the greatest. It really needs to be later in the day when the door doesn't need to be shut because they have to shut it because otherwise there's kids running around. Real logical stuff, you know? Because it came from the internet. It's all kinds of bizarre, zany, funny, and sometimes stupid things you can find on the internet. And, yeah, I have the troll song in there. They didn't hit it this year, so we'll have to see what happens next year. Other than that, picked up a few things while I was gone. And actually, this is also another reason why I wanted to try using this camera, because I can actually get things up close and personal to you guys, so you can actually have a good look at them. The first thing I managed to pick up I actually found in the vendor's room. We didn't do all of our shopping in the vendor's room. It was rather small, and most of us took like literally one trip, one day, and we were done with the vendor's room. So the rest of the day was busy with panels and so forth, but you just kind of saw a little bit of his hair there maybe. Here comes Lego Ghost Rider. I've said multiple times that he's my favorite Marvel hero. I am still saddened that he can't seem to get a decent movie adaptation at all. I'm not sure who owns the rights to Ghost Rider right now when it comes to that. I think it might have actually defaulted back to Marvel, but I'm not entirely sure. And even if they did default back to them, it kind of seems like they're trying to figure out what they want to do with him. My best idea would be to actually do essentially what they're doing with like Daredevil and them right now, which is to actually make it a Netflix original series, because he fits far better in that kind of format than he would a actual movie, because there's just so many little details that go into at least the origin, if nothing else. But yeah, he comes with a nice little bike. It's several different pieces. A lot of these little orange things that you're seeing like on the chain on the back here were actually little extras. I just went the hell of it and put them on. Same with the skull back there. He's just an extra skull for some reason. I actually am thinking I might try to look for a bigger chain for him so he can actually wrap it around himself like he actually does in the comic books. I'm not entirely sure if this is supposed to be second or third run Ghost Rider. I'm guessing since it's all black, it might be the third run, because the second one had gray pants. Grayish denim pants. And neither of them are going to have spikes if they're a Lego format, because, well, that would ruin not only the look of the normal Lego guys, but also splitting spikes on a kid's toy is a bit dangerous, wouldn't you agree? But he looks pretty cool. He actually can stand on his own right there. Look at the camera. There you go. So, there he is. Lego Ghost Rider staring into your soul right now. Managed to pick him up for $11. I've seen varying prices, but one of the more expensive ones I've seen is about upwards of $13, and that's without shipping prices too. So, not a bad bargain. All right. The other thing I managed to get during the weekend, which I had to dig into my NES for, excuse me, I had to go digging into my NES for because I've actually already played it, and I've actually already beaten it now, so I might be doing a playthrough of it sometime soon. Probably after I do another playthrough after I'm done with Warcraft, which should be done next week, by the way, for everyone watching. Yes, Warcraft should be done next week, and I'll work on something else afterwards. Matter of fact, yeah, I've actually gotten the first 4 episodes of the next series recorded, and that's a loud car. But after the next series, I might work on, since it'll be also a very short series, Aztedax. For those of you who don't know, this is probably the most underrated side-scrolling medieval mash-em-up on the NES. I remember fondly renting. I don't know why I wanted to say recording. I fondly remember renting this quite a bit as a kid, and it turned out my buddy Mikey, when after we moved here to Mayville, also had a copy. So I've actually been loaning his off and on for the last several years. So now I have my own copy. And that's going back in the NES. I beat it already this week. I put in at least a couple hours each day, and by Wednesday I finally had my perfect run through. And from beginning to end, beat it in about, I want to say, half an hour to an hour. So even if I do it in multiple parts, they're not going to be very long. I'll probably do, they have, like a chapter and then a part. So I might do it chapter by chapter. So that'd be about 6 episodes. 6 episode run for a little NES game. I'll probably even do it all in the same run too, depending. I will have to record it on emulator, of course, because I don't actually have a way to record my systems. But also because it's on emulator, I can actually make sure that the frame rate's decent, and you can actually see what's going on in the game. So that being said, I'm looking forward to doing this maybe in a couple of months. We'll see how long the next one takes to finish. And I almost forgot. But that's pretty much my major updates. That's the stuff that came out of Odyssey Con. That's explaining why we're doing the new webcam thing. And that's it for now. So I will see you all next week, and maybe I'll actually think of a serious topic or something else might come up that I can talk about. Otherwise, that's it, and I will see you all next time.